Hi, I'm Finnian Kelly. I'm the creator of the Intentionality Philosophy and Lifestyle, and look forward to speaking on the Jesse T Show this week.
Finnian, welcome back, brother.
Thanks so much, Jesse. It's fun to come and continue the story. We can go deeper than we did last time.
We are going to go all the way, brother. We had some great content the first time, your story, your journey, all the things that you've done, the things that you are continuing to do. And I think that we should just start it off. You were talking about you had a 6-hour massage the other day.
Yeah, people are going to be thinking I'm a little bit crazy, but I'm really into body work and I love energy medicine. I've trained in energy medicine. And just a couple of weeks ago, I went to this masseuse. So when I find a body worker who I love, I'll go to them because the quality of an average body worker to an amazing one, it's exponential. So I did a detour to come back from Aspen through Boulder to see my body worker and also my acupuncturist. And this body worker, he was working on me and there was something different about him. I went, what's happened to you? Like, you already were incredible. You've gone to another level. And he shared that he was starting to he's been doing these 5-hour massages with another body worker. And I could see that he was opening up and he was becoming more spiritual. And he said, actually, you'd benefit from that. And you'd like this guy. And I went, all right, I'm going to fly back in a couple of weeks after this Dr. Joe Dispenza retreat. And I'm going to have this experience. So last night, dropped in there and this cool guy called Sam and went on it was meant to be 5 hours. We went for 6 hours. And we actually we could have gone for another 6 hours if it wasn't midnight already. We got into this trance state and it was just be able to get into parts of my body that I didn't realize, layer of layer, and just releasing trauma, releasing negative energy that I don't need anymore, and just opening me up. It was remarkable and I'm hooked. I'll never go back.
I'm already sold. Like my longest massage I've done was about, 90 minutes to 2 hours. And even in 90 minutes to 2 hours, you still feel like there's more on the table. But I'm assuming that, like anything else, any kind of spiritual work or energy work or just intentionality that you put into something like that, there's a transformation probably as you go further. So walk us through a little bit, the first couple hours, and then like how did it start to manifest for you in terms of some of this healing and some of these insights that you were downloading?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that you brought in the intentionality there. So many people they'll hear this and like, I've got to go have a 6-hour massage. And yeah, it will do some value to you. But if you don't come in there with intentionality and have some pre-integration and post-integration, then it won't work for you. So I already had one of the most spiritual days of my life yesterday. So I shared with you that I just sold a business last week. And this business was more than just a business. It was the last chord to a previous life of mine. I talk about a chord. We have these emotional chords that we allow ourselves to be connected with other entities, with people. And this symbolized an end to that chapter. So it was a very big emotional release. And I went back to a place where I used to live, which is called the Star House. This is one of the most beautiful and remarkable sacred temples in the world, really. And it's in Boulder, Colorado. And I was lucky enough to live there for all of last year. And it was Mother's Day. So I wanted to go back and celebrate the Star House, which is the mother of the land and the all. And I had a 4-hour meditation there and it was just delightful and just reliving the energy. So I was coming in there with a lot of intention. So I dropped into the meditation. And the first is you have to get over yourself. Like the thought of 5 hours plus, if you start thinking about that, you're already in trouble. Yep. So I just really started getting calm, relaxing into my breath and just going into, all right, I'm going on a trance-like journey. I did 5-hour meditations with Dr. Dispenza. I can do this as well. So let's get into a nice, beautiful state. And I connected with the energy worker and just started letting it open. And the first hour, it was just like a normal massage. And then something happened. I just went into trance. And I remember being 3.5 hours in, I was like, where did that 2.5 hours go? That was amazing. And he's getting into parts and I could feel like trauma release just coming. And I shared that there was this cord that needed to be effectively, even though the cord was cut, the attachment to me was still there and it needed to be processed. And we were getting into my stomach region and just releasing it. And I had moments of tears, I had moments of laughter. It was remarkable.
That's beautiful, brother. Yeah, that's The body does keep the score. The body
Mhm.
does store energy. And so there's a lot of people that have like cricks in their neck or different parts of pain. And a lot of times it can lead to dis-ease, which becomes disease. And people
It
don't
is.
realize how powerful that is. And something is you would think as simple as like massage or just like working out the kinks, but the intentionality, the focus, the even the ceremonial kind of aspect of it, of like just really doing some work to heal, it can make all the difference. And so you mentioned energy. Was this energy work, or was he like disciplined or skilled in like Reiki, or like what kind of stuff was he proficient in?
So he's hands-on healing, deep massage, but understanding that we really are just energy. We all have these energetic fields, and this whole concept of when it's in our body, it's actually already been in the field for a long time. So what ends up in the field ends up in matter in ourselves. So this is the problem with modern day medicine. It's all about treating matter to matter. It's about
Yes.
treat the symptom rather than the actual cause. And that's why when you can get the cancer out of you, but then if you don't treat the actual cause of it, which is these energetic imbalances, it will just come back. So we've
Yes.
always got to be treating the field. And I always like to say, like, it needs to be healed in the field first, and then you'll focus on it. So when we're doing this work, he's working with me, but at the same time we're doing some talk therapy to release. So like understanding that if we have this connection to our emotions and then we work through the energy, we can start moving it back. And the whole idea of emotion is that it's meant to be energy in motion, emotion.
Love it.
And unfortunately, a lot of the time, the energy stops being in motion. So it just stays in us. And that's where it actually forms into some form of injury, disease, or negative energy. So this was a very intuitive sense of releasing. And I think that's another part of it.